it's Nell with the blog Joyous Garden, and it's time for another 10 commonly asked questions about something. And this month, it's about fertilizing and feeding roses. Some people call it fertilizing roses, some people call it feeding roses. They are actually two different terms, but they get used interchangeably, and that's how we are going to use them in the blog post. So if you are interested in roses, stick around for the rest of the video. We've done aloe vera, snake plants, and I think we did bougainvillea. Yes, I think those are the ones we've done so far. And coming up next month in this series is Star Jasmine. So if you're into Star Jasmine, check that out. And Brielle is going to do a short answer to each question. There's a lot more details in the post because for each one question we actually have two. It's on the same subject, but she's just going to do it really short. So if you are really interested in fertilizing and feeding roses and you're new to this, be sure and check the blog post. The link will be at the top of the description box down below and also on our website, joyousgarden.com. Okay, on to Brielle.
Hello, my name is Brielle, and today I'm going to be answering the most frequently asked questions about fertilizing and feeding roses. So if you have questions, stay tuned. As always, there is way more info in the blog post. Nell is the expert. She wrote the blog post, and I am here to just relay the top level information to you in video format. So if anything is unclear, definitely check out the link in the description box or go to joyousgarden.com and check out the blog post for way more info and links to all the products mentioned. The first question is, what is the best fertilizer for roses? The best fertilizer for roses really depends on who you are, what kind of roses you have, what climate you live in. As long as it's made specifically for roses, you should be good to go. Nell has her favorite rose fertilizers listed in the blog post all the way at the end, so definitely check that out. Question number 2 is, when is the best time to fertilize roses? The best time to fertilize or feed roses depends on your climate and where you live. Basically, the rule of thumb is you want to start fertilizing as soon as you see new growth. There's also a tool in the blog post to help you determine when is the best time for you to fertilize your roses based on your location and climate. Question number 3, can you over-fertilize roses? You can definitely over-fertilize roses. You really want to be careful and go by the package instructions. You do not want to burn your roses. Question number 4, how do you fertilize roses? Nell fertilizes her roses by digging a circular trench around the roses, working the food into the trench, covering it back up with the soil, and then watering it. Question number 5, do roses like coffee grounds, eggshells, banana skins, or Epsom salt? Yes, they do, but those natural ingredients do not replace any food or fertilizer that you should be using for roses. They don't have all the ingredients that roses need, but it definitely does aid in the growth. Question number 6 is, what kind of fertilizer do roses need? Roses need a particular type of flower food that contains nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. We have a list of our favorites in the blog post with all the links, so it's super easy for you to get what you need. Question number 7, how do you make homemade rose food? Nell has a specific recipe, so I'm going to be reading it off my laptop. Her preferred method is to use 1 part alfalfa meal, 1 part rose and flower food, 1 part compost, and 1 part worm compost or composted chicken manure. Question number 8, how late in the year can you fertilize roses? Nell's rule of thumb is to stop fertilizing roses at least 2 months before the first freeze. You don't want to fertilize them in the winter. You want to give them their rest. They use a lot of energy during their growth season to bloom. Question number 9, how do you fertilize roses in pots? You fertilize roses in pots the same that you would in the ground, except you would probably use less. Definitely check out the instructions on the packaging, but since there's less soil mass in the pot, you're going to want to use less fertilizer so you don't burn the roots. Question number 10, do you fertilize roses when you plant them? Normally, Nell doesn't fertilize when she plants the roses. She does it about a month after planting. And our bonus question, how do you keep roses healthy? There are a lot of factors that go into keeping roses healthy, like choosing the right plant for your environment and your location and your weather, giving them 5 to 6 hours of sunlight every day, and providing regular water, pruning, and fertilizing as needed based on your climate. I hope this video helps you to keep your roses blooming and looking beautiful and healthy all season long. Again, if you need more info or links to any fertilizers or products or feed, all the links are in the blog post, which will be at the top of the description box. I thank you for all your likes and subscribes, and let's get out into the garden and make our world a more beautiful place. Bye!